Obviously, Diamonds and Twin City are rivals. I'll be honest. I don't think it's as much of a rivalry now as what it used to be. We've actually got members from each club working with each other on the new NPL team and that sort of stuff. So, I think it gets beaten up a fair bit. However, the odd player that crosses from here to there, that's probably what creates more of the rivalry. But as far as we're concerned, we've got a game to win on the weekend. The equation for us is if we win 2 of the last 4 games that we've got, and they're all at home, we'll win the league. So, we'll definitely be going out there to get a result, and that's about it really. I want us to play the same way we've been playing, no different. Yeah, they played well last time. It was a good game, and they're always good games. We totally disregard what's happened with Diamonds in the last few weeks because we know that when they play Twin City or when Twin City play Diamonds, when they're performing well, that things change and the players always lift. So, last time was a close game, but we've got a different structure now with some different players as well. So, and I'm sure Diamonds are the same. So it'll be interesting. It's still going to be a good game, but our guys have got the message to go out there and get the result, and that's all we're focused on.
Just change of personnel, in and outs. The injury list gets longer and longer every week. Get 2 back, 3 go out. Just shows you how smoothly everything went last year compared to this year, but it's been good for learning. And it's also gave an opportunity to younger guys and other players that maybe have been in the reserve grade to come in and fill in a gap. And they've held their spots quite well. I've got a couple of young guys that, probably deserve a spot in there, but we're also cautious of the 5-game rule as well. You don't want to take an opportunity away from a younger player to play finals for reserves rather than sitting on the bench for us. But at the same time, a couple of lads like Matthew Simpkin have done really well when they've come into the squad, and quite refreshing, to be honest. Scored against Twin City, scored against Albury United, scored in actually Melrose. He's actually scored in the big games. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's still learning though. People get into me saying, physicality's not there for him, but I think the game's changed. You don't need that physicality. Like, some people have a different opinion, but I think you keep the ball and you move it quickly and you can penetrate quickly, and you've got players that are coming through now that you can see have got good vision and good intelligence on where to play the ball. But this week will be another local derby. I agreed. I thought last game was brilliant when we played at our ground. I think both sides will have different personnel in, so again it's a little unpredictable on how to set out. I still don't really know what my side's going to be until after training tonight, and we go through our injury list and work out who's got a tick and who's got a cross, and we'll decide the team. At the moment, we're just waiting to hear from Jed to see where he's at with his knee. Jared had a problem with the knee, hence why he only got 20 minutes last time. Hudson had a bit of a sore back, hence why we took him off last. He lasted 45 minutes. Nagas still isn't back in. You've got Stephen Curry that picked up a little knock. Tim Crilly picked up a knock. I'm sure that those two should recover and should be good, but I've thought that many weeks during this season, and you come to Thursday and it's a no-goer. So, and we had a little bit of illness through the last 4 or 5 weeks too, where a few players have actually been quite sick. So, it's not an injury. They're out for 1 week and then they're back, hopefully. But then, it might take a week to recover. But we'll still try and put the best team out on the park. And you're playing the top team who thoroughly deserve to be the top team. You can't win a league championship by fluke. It means you're consistently the best team in the league, and they have been. If I had my way, I'd like to have taken my Diamond side from last year when we were flying nice and high and play these guys where they are now. It would be a hell of a game. I reckon it would be a good performance and it'd be a real exciting game. But you ask any coach in the other teams, when you play the top team, you always want to knock them off. We experienced that last year, and now Twin City, they're flying high. They've got a bit of a gap on everyone, and they deserve to be there. I think they've been brilliant this year. I thoroughly enjoyed watching them as well. You know, they've got a good game plan, and I like the way they play, and they're very difficult to break down. They should be applauded what they've done this year, and it's our turn on Sunday to see if we can match them, and might give us a bit of an idea where we're sitting going into finals time, which is only 4 or 5 weeks away. So it'd be a good telltale sign for us.
Yeah, look, the boys are, we're focusing on the league first of all, and the guys are pretty excited to get that under the belt, and then we turn our attention to finals. So, we've still got work to do. There's no doubt about that. We can't just take the teams that we've got left lightly, because there's Diamonds, there's Melrose, there's Hotspurs who are playing well, and then there's Myrtleford who can perform as well. So, we're not taking any team lightly until the end, and if you do, then it's probably poor from the players and from the coaches as well. So we're going to go out and really aim to consolidate that with a win Sunday. The formation won't change. The personnel will probably be the same as what we've had for the last few weeks. James Coots is still he's back for our next game, so he's still away. Apart from that, everyone else seems pretty good to go. Rowan's got he had a bit of a groin injury from last Sunday, but we'll see how he goes tomorrow on Saturday, and we'll make a decision on that. But if he's not up for it, then young Tyler is definitely up for it. He was keeper for first half of the season, did a great job, so we're not fussed either way really. Oh look, I think the guys should definitely be putting their hand up. I'd certainly question why they wouldn't. We want to be part of an arrangement like that, that's for sure. So I think hopefully Zach and James Coots and Matt Gray and other talented players that we've got, even at the lower age levels, should be putting their hand up. I think it's a fantastic arrangement for the area to have one level below A-League pretty much. So if you want to get the best out of yourself, that's the avenue. I think there will be contracts, yeah. So I don't think, when people say contracts, I think they try and tie hundreds and thousands of dollars to it, but I don't think it's going to be like that. But I think, there'll be different contracts for different players, I'd assume. I'm not too privy to it all, but I think it's great for the area. Albury Wodonga's big enough to have a team like that.
I withdrew my application last week. I put in for seniors, under 20s and under 18s, and I withdrew last week. Because I'm about to be a father in 6 weeks' time. First child, and as much as I really want to be involved in the NPL so much, and David's right, to be involved in something like that is a privilege. But after speaking to my parents overseas and with my partner, I don't want to miss my first 12 months of my child compared to the football team that's always going to be there in 2 years' time. They're going to be successful. I think all coaches agree the NPL is going to be a success here. No matter where they finish the first year or what teething problems they're going to have, it's going to be a success, and we've got to get behind it. But I don't want to risk that with a child's bigger than that, and I want to make sure I'm there. So I don't know what I'm going to do next year, if I have a break or perhaps look something for more local, or I don't know where Diamonds is at the moment. So that decision's not even thought of really. It's just I'm really gutted that I've pulled out, but I know I've made a right decision, because it's. I think it's something special to be involved in, and I think David's right about the players. It's an avenue that they need to push themselves down if they want to be the best, and I think they've got a fantastic opportunity that's not been here before. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Probably be watching from the sidelines next year and have a little one kicking and punching me, and while I'm standing on the sidelines, wanting to get back into it. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to risk that year, and I think it is the right choice, and I'm happy to make that choice. But it would have been nice to be involved. But there's timing. Yeah.
I think the area's been screaming out for a bit of attention. You know, they're always in the last 15 years or ever since I was involved in Warriors, you know, they won competitions down there, and our juniors go and win all these tournaments and that sort of stuff. We've been screaming out, you know, look at us. Well, you've got it now. Support it, get on board, and you know, I think it's a big thing, and until it really kicks off, people start to realise that, geez, you know, this is pretty good, and what we've got, we're pretty lucky with. The board of directors they've got there is it's a class act. So you can only imagine that it's going to be good. You know, it's not just filled with a couple of local people just scratching around for a bit of time. It's actually a full-on commitment. I think what they're doing is fantastic, and you know, wait and see, but I can only see it being a success. You know, as Jimmy said, it doesn't matter where they finish on the ladder, at least we've got something in place.